Welcome all soldiers to the Fantasy Football War Council's podcast. Here are your generals, Jonathan Arneson, Daniel Gutierrez, and Ali Vagefi.
Hello and welcome to another meeting of the Fantasy Football War Council. I'm your General of the South, Jonathan, and as always, I'm joined by my greatest rival in the North, Daniel, and another rival in the South, Ali. Playoffs. How's everyone's weekend?
Wah, wah, wah. Oh, winning in and I couldn't do it. Brutal. You guys were in a matchup for bragging rights, though. If either of you won or lost, it didn't matter. But, good job this week to all.
That's why I didn't really try. I was
like, yeah, that's it. All wins matter. Ali, thank you very much.
Well, yeah, I'm doing actually pretty good. Considering I don't have COVID, unlike most of the NFL, so I'm good. I can't complain. Can't complain.
So very true. All right, well, let's jump into the Week 14 battles, but first, the news.
The NFL informs clubs that the 2022 salary cap projected to be $208.2 million. That's up. That's not exactly where they thought it was going to be, pre-COVID, but that is definitely decent.
Yeah, it's been expanding quite a bit the last few seasons. Last year was set at 198.2.
Yeah.
But yeah, with COVID, those didn't grow as much, right?
Yeah, and I think the new money that kicks in from their $15 billion TV deal with 4 networks kicks in 2023. So we're probably going to see a pretty large jump in 2023, 2024.
I heard something super cool, and I really hope this comes to truth. Apple is bidding to get what DirecTV has with the NFL package. They want it solely, and they would split it up where you could do the whole thing and have all the games just like normal, or you can do it just for your particular team and get just your team's games.
Yep, I heard that too.
That would be kind of cool. I mean,
I think that's so awesome.
I mean, before Brady and the super team went to Tampa Bay, I didn't watch a Tampa Bay game in years. I couldn't watch it unless I had the NFL package. It was nowhere. And I don't want to pay $200 a year just to watch a couple of games here and there. So that would be kind of cool if they had that.
The deal in my household is we don't pay for cable, but we pay for Sunday ticket for football season. So
that's what we did in this household. I had to cut the bills, and I said, keep the NFL package, and we'll pay for Netflix, Hulu, all this stuff. So,
yep. Goodbye cable, hello Sunday ticket. So.
Who needs it? We stream everything nowadays anyway. So.
Hello pirating some stuff.
Allegedly.
Not a sponsor.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Not a sponsor. Got to make that in there, guys.
I heard the same though. The article that I read is that the NFL is no longer going to shove the whole menu down your throat or make you buy the whole menu. You're able to buy a single item.
In all honesty, that's going to help so much. Look, don't get me wrong. I pay, I think, a couple $100 a month just on either cable, my streaming packages, this and that. But when they start saying, oh, you can only watch this on, I don't know, Paramount Plus or CBS this, and I'm like, no, I'm not subscribing to 3 more things just so I can watch a game a couple of times a year. I'm just not going to do that. So I think this move is actually pretty smart. You're going to get less people pirate stuff and actually pay for games because they're paying for what they want to watch rather than everything they don't want. So that's smart. I like it.
Oh yeah. Be buying Buccaneers and Bears games, and then if hopefully they have a fantasy zone or a red zone that we can do. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So it looks like the number is up. We were right in the episode earlier. It is up to 37 players across at least 10 teams have been placed onto COVID-19 reserve lists today alone. Teams including the Rams, the Browns have shut their facilities down. The Panthers, the Colts, the Raiders, the Vikings, the Lions, and the team with no name.
Mm-hmm.
Makes for an interesting fantasy week, right?
Omicron is real.
I mean, that's completely the name from the bad guy from Transformers, wasn't it? That was Unicron. I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
the bad
man.
guy from Futurama.
yeah, there you go. That's right.
I, for one, accept our new overlords, and I welcome them. So, I don't know, man. I mean, the whole season, unless it was being covered up, they were doing pretty damn well. But I mean, especially 3-4 weeks away from the NFL playoffs, like this is going to get dicey for a lot of teams. They gotta really strategically play this out the right way.
They
Well,
are.
Maybe it was they were shrouding some things, and then it's all starting to come out, like the false cards and how many people. I'd like to know how many NFL players are actually vaccinated compared to. Is it false? If one's doing it or three's doing it, that's just one team, right? So
Oh man, full extent of the law. Come on, people, let's get on this.
I hope not everyone went Antonio Brown. They're not that
No.
dumb. So
I bet there's more out there.
There's probably more out there. I got the Band-Aid on my shoulder from the booster shot I took 2 days ago, but they are saying the date for all already vaccinated players is required. They're requiring the booster by I think the 27th of this month, December. The NFL said that today also, especially with all the outbreaks that are going on. It's just the new variant's not more deadly, which is good, but it is way more contagious than the original strain and a little bit more than Delta, they're saying. So it'll be really interesting to see how the world reacts. I mean, like Germany shut down, and UK is talking about shutting down. Austria are talking about shutting down. Restrictions are already out there. It's going to come this way, but we have the tools. We just need to get vaccinated as a population, but I don't know. We'll see.
How many IR spots should a league have in this circumstance? We've always had 3. I screwed up Civil War, our league last year, because I meant to add 1 to this other league I was a commish for, and then I accidentally did it to ours, so we have 4. So my bad, everybody. But but it seems like it's kind of working out this year with COVID. Like, how many IR spots should a league have? I think 4 is pretty solid, to be honest, with all the COVID.
That's a lot, especially for a non-keeper, a normal league. I would only give 1, and that's what I do for our other league that is a non-keeper redraft league. It has 1 IR spot.
Yeah, I was pretty pissed about that.
I apologize. I was like, I don't know how to reverse this.
No. I liked the 4. I was upset about the 1 because I had like 2 players down and I got to replace them and I had to drop them, and I was like, man.
Dude, the past 3 weeks I've been using all 4 IR spots in my team. Like everyone's been injured or COVID.
Yep.
Like it's crazy.
That's right. My spots are full as well. Yep.
Yeah.
All 4. I'm also holding a possible tag in one of those IR spots because somebody dropped J.K. Dobbins,
Oof.
So I picked him up and put him in an IR spot. He's been there all year.
I mean, unless you're rotating that many IR spots, why not have kept them? I think those I didn't look back at who dropped them, but
Yep. I think it was a first-year guy.
could be. Yeah, all my IR spots full as well. I mean, just God, imagine how many players are gone off the rosters at that point. That's why it's hard to do waivers, because a lot of people are just holding on to people and picking up things they don't need to fill a spot.
Yeah.
That's right.
I
have no fantasy football game this week. I am on bye in every single league, and with all of the COVID and injuries that are coming through, I'm really, really happy about that.
You lucked out. Out.
I'm hoping they come back strong.
You're not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In our next news, Arizona Cardinals coach Cliff Kingsbury told reporters running back James Conner and receiver DeAndre Hopkins are set to undergo MRIs for undisclosed injuries. Oh, this sucks. I mean, when was the last time the Cardinals were good, right? Like, and they're
Warner.
Kurt Warner, which, by the way, did you see that movie trailer for Kurt Warner? Was he
Yeah.
bagging
I've been-
groceries and like, you can play football.
I've actually been super excited for this movie, to be honest. I've known about it for a few months, and I hope it's as good as the last few NFL movies that have come out.
I mean, they're not holding anything back. They're like, it's gonna pull on your heartstrings. It's named Underdog Movie or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's just straight up. It's gonna be great. We know exactly what to expect, and it's gonna be amazing.
They've been pushing it on Good Morning Football on the NFL Network when he's on it, and they've been razzing him a little bit about it, and then they've also been promoting it, and it's been hilarious. I want to watch it. I'd like to see it when I don't have to pay for it.
I agree. but going back to the Cardinals, man, like, how unlucky do you have to be? You're only 3-4 weeks away from playoffs, and you lose a great running back who was holding the team together with Edmonds out. And then Hopkins, I mean, we can't say enough about Hopkins. He's just a legendary wide receiver, probably Hall of Famer out there. And they're going to hopefully it's nothing. I mean, they're just going to MRIs, but we'll see.
I hope they're negative MRIs, and they're just going to be, day to day and come back in the next week or so, because this team needs them. And look, I'd like to see James Conner score some more touchdowns. He's at 15 touchdowns right now. So keep doing. He's not far off from an NFL record.
He's not, and he has been that team over the last few weeks, the last 4 weeks. Yeah. And he's a big reason why they've been so successful down the stretch right now. And I think that it would be a shame to lose him, especially with, what he's been doing this year. And the perspective of Kyler Murray as a quarterback and how big James Conner actually is kind of hilarious. I used to see him, lined up next to Big Ben, and I didn't think he was that big of a dude. And then he's like a giant next to Kyler Murray. So for me, it's like, oh, okay, that's why he's beasting everybody, because he's huge.
But everybody looks like a giant next to Kyler Murray. Let's be honest. He's a 14-year-old playing in the NFL. So
well, not just playing, killing it in the NFL. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well,
let's hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Next bit of news. In the first 17-game season, there are no playoff spots clinched through week 14. This is just the third time it has happened since the NFL moved to a 16-game season in 1978, per NFL research. That's how wacky of a season it's been. Nobody's been able to actually lock up the 1 seed or even, anything else at this point.
And all the strong teams reside in the NFC. I loved how the Buccaneers leapfrogged from 3-1 because of Arizona's loss to the Rams.
I was cheering for the Rams. I was like, come on!
Yeah, I was as well, but because I have like 4 of them on my page.
I wasn't. I wasn't at all. I liked the first quarter where nothing was happening. I was like, this is going to be a great game. And then I turned it off about the second half or something.
Of course you did. I should have texted you. Oh, man. Turn your TV back on next time. That's what halfway through the game, I'll remember that.
Nope. After that, what's his face touchdown, I was done. Stafford to Cup. I was like, nope.
Oh, I was so happy when that happened. I got to be honest. I saw that and I shouted out loud. I think the whole island heard me. So
that's what I love. Like when you stack receivers, like when Brady throws a 47-yard touchdown to Evans, like that's amazing, because right there, that's like 22 points,
True, but at the same time, if things don't go right, you're not so happy. I know I was standing at this big screen television in the room we were staying in, and my hand is like pointing at Cooper Kupp at the top of the screen. He's up here. Throw to him. Whole night. So
yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like, throw to Beckham. Throw to Beckham.
Well. Yeah, Beckham was one of those names from the Rams that's on COVID. Forgot to mention.
Yeah, he is. Oh, I know.
Yeah. But it's going to be it's going to make it an exciting couple of weeks in the NFL, right? Because every team, it's like it's do or die at this point. So
Yeah,
it's going to be good.
it'll be
Do or
really
die.
good. Yep. I think
Speaking
Christian
of
McCaffrey's even on that COVID list now.
Yeah.
Yes, he was. I was like, isn't this a worthless bit of news? He's already out for the season, and now he's got COVID.
Yeah.
Speaking of worthless bit of news, Flash Gordon scores his first touchdown in 2021. First touchdown since 2019 with the Patriots. And I mean, none of us doubted him. I mean, it's Flash. Flash.
No, I think he was doubted just a little. Did you know that
Flash in the pan.
between the Patriots and being with the Kansas City, he actually he was on the Seahawks and never scored with them. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to go back to the
one's
stats and look for those touchdowns, and there wasn't many.
I guess we're always rooting for him. Like, I mean, just stop smoking weed. But I mean, if they just allowed weed in the NFL, he would be so much better. We've talked about this earlier. He'd just be so much better if they just allowed.
Yeah, he'd be like 7 years into a Hall of Fame career if they just allowed that to happen. You know.
Now, at what point do we transfer the nickname from Sticky Ricky to Sticky Gordon?
No, it's Sparky Gordon.
Sparky Gordon. Oh, I love it.
Instead of Flash, it's Spark.
Oh man.
I guarantee he celebrated that touchdown with a blunt. So
Man.
the dude went home and he lit one up. I scored a touchdown. Check me out now.
Yeah. They won't test me.
Hold my beer.
Down in a 49-6 game. Accomplishment.
Rough. All right. Well, worthless news out of the way. This week we actually have a question into the show. Jim from Colorado writes in, "Hey Generals, got a bind this week. I've just lost Lamar Jackson, and it's possible James Conner as well. I'm panicking a little, and I'm not sure who to take. Throw me some options for both my spots and help me win this game." Well, fellas, let's help Jim this week.
You know what? I'm gonna
Get used to losing.
Ouch.
I still think
Please
there's
do.
options out there
Please
to
do.
help him. Yeah.
Yeah, there are.
Hear me out on quarterback, right? I'm going into the playoffs with Mahomes, and I am for the first time in my life benching Mahomes because I just can't trust him with anybody else if he's not playing the Las Vegas Raiders. If he's playing anyone else, I can't play him at this point. So I picked up personally Tua Tagovailoa. And so I picked this kid up, right? So hear me out. He's 33% owned in Yahoo. He's rostered, right? Looking at who he's playing the Jets this week. He's playing the Saints next week, and he's playing the Titans the week after. And for quarterback ratings, that's 6th in the league, 10th and 7th. So I like my chances. I'm going to go with this guy. I think Miami's been playing lights out football. They're playing great, and I think they're going to close out the year strong. So that's my guess. I mean, don't get me wrong. Jalen Hurts is in our league, and he's available, and I'm bypassing Jalen Hurts to pick up this guy because I just can't bear to have an Eagles guy on my team. Sorry, Eagles fans. I just can't do it. So that's who I would recommend for quarterback.
I agree that Tua Tagovailoa is a very viable option for quarterback, especially what he's done in the last few weeks and what he before the bye and the schedule to close out the season. I think that's great advice there from Ollie. Jalen Hurts, yes, if you can stomach that, but he's very wishy-washy, and Tua has been pretty consistent the last 4 weeks or so, and the schedule just gets better. So
I've actually got a better name that could be sitting, and most likely it's because he's only rostered in 30% of leagues. Jimmy Garoppolo.
yeah.
And he plays the Atlanta Falcons. He plays Atlanta Falcons this week, and then the Tennessee Titans next week, and Houston for the championship.
I just don't trust him.
But he's done better than the ones you've named. I'm just saying. I mean, we can sigh all you want, but Jalen Hurts put up 9 points, and then he was out and put up 0.
That's why we're saying not Jalen Hurts. Let's see. Tua and...
But Tua's only... Is he rostered? I mean, do you think he's rostered? What's his roster number?
33%.
He's on
Okay.
33% too.
Okay.
I think that
Yeah.
I have been burned by Jimmy G too many times. So
Well,
me,
I'm looking at
hence-
current
hence
stats.
the visceral reaction of eh.
Okay. Well, I've got another one that's going to make you do that a little louder, and there might be some upchuck. But Ben Roethlisberger
I knew you were going to say
only
that.
rostered
Oh,
in
God.
22%. And
There's
look,
a
he
reason.
just played Minnesota and put up 33 points against Minnesota with 308 yards and 3 touchdowns. He plays Tennessee, Kansas City in that horrible defense, and then he finishes with Cleveland, which is a little tougher of a matchup.
Okay, so per our league research, Ben Roethlisberger, the last 4 games, has averaged 25.45 points a game. That's respectable-ish for a quarterback. That's like, oh, my quarterback didn't fail me, but he didn't do anything special, right?
Oh, like I said, vomit in the back of the throat, just not coming out.
Tua Tagovailoa has put up 23.28, and just behind him, literally the next player, Jimmy Garoppolo, 22.89. So out of the 3, Roethlisberger would be possibly your most solid choice going into it, but I like Tua's matchups better.
Quick, look to the left. Don't throw up on your keyboard. I agree. It's rough. I don't like any of these names, but they're end-of-the-year waiver wires that you're trying to grab, and they're not going to be pretty, but you got to take what you can trust the most. And at this point, I do take into how they've done and then who they're playing. So Tua is a great one. I do like Tua's matchups. He probably has the best matchups to play with the Jets, the Saints, and the Titans.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to stray away from the other 2 there.
Let's talk about running backs here, right? So that's going to be a tough one to replace, but you do got Rashad Penny, who is only rostered in 23% of leagues. He's going to be a hot pickup this week for whoever has the worst team. So if you lost last week, Jim, maybe this would be your number one pickup for waiver wire this week for sure.
I think that's the best option, even though he's not playing Houston again this week. But running back is a really hard landscape, and I actually was really high on Rashad Penny when he came into the league when he was coming out of San Diego, and he has done nothing. But it took Derrick Henry 4 years to actually be a force in Tennessee, and it's been 4 years for Derrick Henry or for Rashad Penny as well. So maybe there is that maybe.
He says deserves a shot to establish himself as a elite team back. So and he had how many carries this week? He had 16.
16.
Yeah.
No, it's a very good option, and probably one of the only options if he's available, because there's not a lot of good options as I stare at this list.
Yeah, I agree.
Boston Scott, Khalil Herbert, Matt Breida, Naheem Hines. These names are. Here comes the vomit. Turn left.
Yeah. Khalil Herbert did decent though this week. He almost put up 13 points, but that's because they're also using him as a returner. So
they are, and if your league uses you return yards, that is a big plus because you're getting that double. He plays a little, he runs the return. So those are those golden players we always like in our drafts.
Yep. So.
Well, good luck, Jim. Hope you make the playoffs, and let us know how you do.
Good luck, Jim.
Let's jump into our battles. And our first battle on the day, on today's episode of Can't Catch a Break, Jose caught his break.
Yeah.
He caught all his breaks.
Caught all his breaks. Exactly, yes.
Fellas, if he caught all his
same
breaks,
mindset there.
It'd be 3-11. So let's start there. 263.25 to 245.75. Our closest victory of the week was 17.5 points.
Insane. That is
right?
Insane.
Giving Daniel the Purple Heart of the Week. I apologize, Daniel. Huge victory for Jose, taking him to a grand total of 3. That's right, fellas, 3. giving Daniel exactly what he wanted, though, to be dropped in the consolation bracket to fight for that first overall pick. And I feel it's going to be a bad one. It's going to be like dropping a piranha in a bathtub with a baby. These teams don't even know what hit them. But back to Jose. His third break of the year also starts with his highest score of the season and this week's highest battle, giving him the Medal of Distinction. Big congratulations, Jose. At least two of us are rooting for you in this consolation bracket.
If only Jose could have spread some of those points throughout the season, he would have done pretty well.
I agree.
Yes. You score 245 points with two of your starters down. Wait, it was about a disappointing weekend. Oh,
I mean,
Daniel, that was brutal.
It doesn't go far. I'm staring at a poster on my wall that I had framed, and it says 244 points that I lost in. So you're actually just a little off of what I did. So it's not.
Yeah.
It's not bad, right? Yeah. I know.
A little better.
Quick, turn left. I mean, it's really bad. Yeah. No, I mean, dude, great game. 245 points on both sides. Everyone scored well, and it's rough to lose at 245 points. You're the third highest of the week.
I was devastated.
245 points with one of your players scoring 2.5, and then your tight end scoring 3 points. So
correct.
it is insane that how many points you guys scored from the
Yep.
other players. Tom Brady 44 again, highest. I can't believe this is the case again. Tom Brady, highest scoring quarterback in the league. You did put in OBJ. He did put up 17 points for you. Solid. You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire back, 20 points. I mean, Fournette with 30. I mean, come on. Like, this is just insane. Great game. Yeah.
But look at the other side. Dallas, 49. His linebacker, Shahir, 31. Alvin Kamara had a phenomenal game at 27.9. Aaron Jones, 21. Hey, Jones doing something for you. And then he took the chance with Taysom Hill. 32 points from Taysom Hill.
He did.
Of course, those are 2 rushing touchdowns and only 175 yards passing, but fantasy points.
Dallas was the difference here.
Oh, big time. Yeah, and that was a waiver wire. So
it was
on the ball, Jose. I mean, every week he's watching waivers. It must help being lower on the waiver priority list. So.
Well, at least that revenge may be coming soon for Jose, because I think we will play the first week of consolation, so we'll go back to back games.
Place. Yeah, you guys are going to be fighting for who's up
right.
and who's down.
We'll go back to back games because we're both on bye this week. So. Let's see what the do-over happens, and when I'm at full strength, maybe I'll be able to take him down. Maybe it'll be flipped the other way. We'll see how it goes. But I was like seeing my team, seeing my matchup, and getting used to the idea of like making a run in the playoffs because I actually think I could do some damage. Looking at other teams, and thank you for burning my dream, Jose. And now I need to get back to excited about first overall pick because I'm just really disappointed right now.
I mean, you are a very solid team, and scoring this well, if you continued this, I wouldn't want to see you in the playoffs. So thank you, Jose.
Yeah. I was the dark horse, but instead I'm the donkey instead. All right. In this next battle for bragging rights between playoff-bound teams, SC Slave Runner takes down Stonewall Your Face 214.1 to 181.45 for a point differential of 32.65 points. The Washington football team really let Ali down with a combined 5.1 points from Terry McLaurin and Antonio Gibson. Add in a pedestrian 26.7 points from Patrick Mahomes, and it was too much for Stonewall to cover. Those are some pretty brutal numbers. even with Jonathan Taylor on bye, John was able to put up over 200 points and cruise to a win. Big win, John. You brought your climbing gear and definitely scaled that wall.
You didn't write that shit.
Congratulations.
You're right.
Congratulations, John, with the big win, and congratulations, both of you, for making the playoffs. This game did not matter.
And this is why I write my own stuff.
Look,
Yes.
man, I divisional games kill me all the time because you look at Dallas and like, oh, I got a great wide receiver who they just lost their go-to guy in Washington. They're going to throw it to my guy. And then, I mean, Gibson, they lost the other running back, I forgot his name, to injury last week. I'm like, Gibson's going to, I mean, yeah, thank you. And Gibson, 36 yards rushing, 10 attempts, 2 receptions. McLaurin unfortunately got injured and left, but not until later in the game. It's just, yeah, they just let me down big time. Everyone else did pretty okay. I mean, but yeah, it was, when 2 of your guys score almost nothing, it makes it difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It does, but the rest of your team held you in. I mean, Denver 32.6. Your defensive players all Studley. I mean, I'm starting to worry about Simmons and whether I got to start benching him because the last few games have been single digits and he's
I think
not playing
Hicks
well.
Hicks has been
Ah,
picking up the
I know,
slack there.
and
Yeah.
I dropped Hicks earlier in the season talking to Daniel. They're like, oh, yeah, they're moving 2 other people inside. They're not going to use Hicks. And I said, great. I dropped him week 3 because he had played real bad the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. And then Jose picks him up with all the other defensive players that I put in waivers for, but unfortunately I didn't lose every game this season. So I guess it is what it is. But yeah, no, he still did pretty solid. I mean, Stafford and Kupp, I can't. It reminds me of when I had Mahomes and Williams. I mean, they were just throwing a touchdown to each other like every freaking game. So it was nonstop. It was amazing.
Yeah,
I hope that continues. Really hope that continues.
What is that for? Like 100 points on your team from the Rams alone?
Yeah.
So,
They needed to
much.
score like 90 to win, and they scored like 110. And Matt Gay scored 17 points. Like, are you kidding me? Your kicker? Like, I was like, come on. Anyways, yeah, fun game, good game.
Well, we were discussing this, and if you win this week, you and me play each other again. So
we do, and this time I have completely changed up my lineup. So I'm gambling here. I'm going all in. Let's see if it pays off or not.
don't worry, I'm bringing the same climbing gear. So
So you're looking for a new defensive tag, huh, John?
well, of course you've known that since I've lost Kuechly. I've got a hole in my heart, and I just can't seem to fill it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I see the cogs turning and the smoke's rising. So Daniel's pondering something.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It's just some trade thinking. That's all.
Of course.
And our next matchup, or should I say in this week's pathetic matchup, 3 sheets to the wind defeats Mixon. Not as spectacular of a game as Daniel and Jose put up, but still nonetheless pretty decent. Mario beats Mixon by 187 to 154 for a 33.5 win. Sadly, Mario, his defense decided to take a nap this late in the season. Wait for it. This is how much he scored. The entire defense, like his defense team, his 3 defensive players combined scored 35 points.
Ooh.
So I think, unfortunately, this podcast might have jinxed his defense. We talked about how amazing it is, and they scored. Watt, they got injured, unfortunately, only 1 point. Diggs, 9 points. Carolina put up 12 points. So that's not a good game for the defense. But luckily, Mario's office decided to step up with Herbert again, scoring 40 points. The kid, he's got to be a tag next year for Mario. I don't know, man. I mean, he's so young. He's just going to be, what a great career he's going to have. Renfro scoring 25 points. I don't even know who he is. Like, how did he score 25 points? Like, I've never heard of him before. So
He's the
yeah.
only receiver that can catch a ball on the Raiders right
Yeah.
now. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess he then Cordell Pattersoned up the team, but unfortunately not enough for the Vegas Raiders to win, but it was enough for Mario to win. But with that, I mean, Mario had some help with Allen ending up being manager MIA, scoring the lowest point total this week. Allen, what happened? Did Metcalf let you down? Did he let you down as much as Pete Carroll let down USC? I guess unlike him, you're not bailing and leaving us to deal with the scandal, so thank you for that. Or was it that your kicker scored almost as many points as your earned offense? I don't know, Alan. I don't know what it is. But you know what I know it is this is your second MIA, and therefore, you know what that means, guys. Cannon fodder!
Cannon fodder.
Fire everything!
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love hearing those cannons. Yeah. What a sad matchup.
I can't say much because Mario would have beat me. So
On that note, I have to point out my bitterness. The last 4 teams we've talked about are playoff bound, and I would have crushed them all this week.
yeah, you would have literally crushed everyone else in the league except for Jose this week.
Except for Jose.
Yeah.
It even lined up for you, too, because Mixon's Brigade was 6th place. His
know.
loss opens a hole for you. All you needed to do was beat Jose.
Yeah.
Jose must be refining that his magic spells. He's at home practicing, I bet. So
Yeah. I would have beat Mixon Brigade by 90 points this week.
we don't let him on until after the championship. You guys know this, right? I don't need a proper curse thrown at me. So
let's see who's in the championship first, and then we'll talk about whether or not he comes on.
I do not allow this. Yeah, good matchup for Mario. A scary team that I do not want to come across, actually. He is one of the teams I do not want to play. So
I agree.
He's just such a wild card every week. He's been on a good winning streak, and he's been putting up enough against the teams that he plays. But throughout the season, like any given week, he could just annihilate you. But then the next week, he's down, mid range.
Yeah.
Exactly. But he's still pulling off the wins. So
yeah, well, he's got a good roster, and those stack of Jefferson and Chase. I mean, those are some talented wide receivers.
Those might be his tags.
That's what I was thinking too. I mean, as much as I would love to tag Herbert, you couldn't let Jefferson and Chase go, I don't think.
No, you got to hold on to those. But I mean, he doesn't have any really good running backs. And yes, Herbert is an absolute beast, but you're still going to be able to draft Herbert in the 4th
You can probably
round,
do it. Exactly.
Exactly. So you could reach for him in the 3rd, still have Herbert, and get Jefferson and Chase, and then maybe in your 1st and 2nd rounds try to pound running back. So yeah, I think those are pretty solid though. Those are top 10 for sure, maybe top 5.
Oh yeah, Jefferson's a wide receiver 3 right now, and Chase is WR11. So
yeah,
I think he's got pretty good future tags there.
Agreed.
All right. Our next matchup in this glorious battle, Uterus S. Grant continues her march towards greatness, stomping out the Antietam A-team like an ant on the sidewalk. 238.35 to 203.85, a victory of 34.5 points. Godzilla has killed all the locals and sits in the 2nd seed to start next week's playoffs. 31 points from James Conner and 42 from Tennessee defense helped stomp out Little Tokyo here. But the stud that deserves the most is Mark Andrews, I think, with 23 points. And I know it doesn't sound like much, but that's a tight end. And it looks like Mark Andrews might be able to grab the number 1 tight end spot this season. I don't know. He's close. Travis Kelce's held it for the last, I think, 6 years. So
yeah.
Congrats on this huge win, and see you in the playoffs. But most importantly, enjoy the week off.
John, what's going to happen when you play her in the finals if that occurs? Like, how is that?
We've already had this discussion, and if she beats me, I'm happy that she wins and puts her name on the trophy for the first time in this league. But at the same time, I'm going to go in the corner and cry. I'm going to have to stare at my second place trophy all season, and her first place trophy sitting right next to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know. I'm going to cry if she wins, but that's cool because our whole household took the top 2 spots, and you guys all suck. So,
if you put those trophies close together, they make quite a phallic symbol, and she'd be the dominant fixture in that, which is pretty funny to me.
yeah, I'm assuming that'd get pegged by the trophy. So,
I mean, she is potentially going to lose James Conner. I mean, we'll see what happens there. Mark Andrews going to lose Lamar Jackson to throw to him, so that's going to be a rough one.
That's better.
Yeah, that's true.
Brett Hundley, the only receiver he trusts is Mark Andrews. The only person he throws the ball to. That's better for her.
That is true. So, yeah, we'll see. I'll be more scared about Justin Tucker. Well, what's up with these kickers getting 18, 20 points? Why is my guy not getting it? I got to get a new kicker, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the conclusion.
You got to make it to those teams that just can't drive downfield to score the touchdown, and all they do is kick the field goal.
Tyler Bass was doing pretty great this year, and then the last few games he's just been. I guess the Bills.
The last few weeks, the Bills have been really bad. Let's be honest. Yeah, last 3 weeks they've been terrible.
Exactly. But,
yep. 11's not too bad though. Man. Yep. Congrats, Chas. Bye week. Ooh, the Arneson household. See how that goes. The second round of playoffs. Alrighty. As
long as one of us wins, I'm a happy man. So that's all that matters.
Moving to our next one. In our next battle, Lead Balls stomps Lincoln's Long Gun 252.05 to 186.05 for a point differential of 66 points. This was enough to earn Uncle Rob the Bronze Star for biggest blowout of the week. Finally, not Purple Heart. Lead Balls had Josh Allen and Delvin Cook both put up over 40 points. Vince had Lamar Jackson put up only 1.75 points, but even if Lamar put up 50 points, Lincoln's Long Gun would have not had a chance this week. Lead Balls ended the season in 5th place and in the playoffs as being in the league for the first year. Congratulations, that's much better than I did. Lincoln's Long Gun finds himself in 9th place in his first year in the league and joins me in the consolation bracket for the first overall draft pick next year. Side note, congratulations, Vince, on becoming a dad this week.
Oh, we forgot to put that in the news. We totally did. Congratulations. Yeah, beautiful baby. That's awesome. And big congratulations to Robert for taking the victory here. Now, will Lincoln's Long Gun be the baby in the tub for you piranha?
We'll see. First week. It's the rematch, and I'm looking forward to that rematch with Jose. I think that we've split this season so far 1-1, so we'll see who takes the series this year.
Oof. Yeah, I'm glad Robert won. I think he's a good team. I don't think it would have moved our playoffs around too much, even if he lost, to be honest. But
yeah. Well, I mean, if anything, he just wanted to stop getting purple balls, so that's what
yes.
Week, so
came back and smashed it. If all of that karma has added up to the playoffs, you guys are in trouble.
I know. He's going to be tearing, just doing 250 on average for the rest of the few weeks.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm really hoping he just keeps his, consistency at being purple balls, because that would be nice.
I mean, he does have a solid team, and he's got, players putting up decent points. He's getting Dalvin Cook back healthy. Josh Allen is starting to go on a tear. He is like one of 3 players in history to pass for over 300 yards and rush for over 100 yards.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
This last weekend, he was, Buffalo, and he almost
Yeah.
carried them back to the win. So
And he got injured doing it. So
yeah, he did. But he's gonna,
he's gonna play.
muddle
He's
through.
just got turf toe. That's all it
Yep.
is.
Hopkins and Devontae Adams. I mean, he's got a pretty solid team. It'll be he will definitely, put up some fight in the playoffs for you guys. Vince, needs to replace Lamar possibly because they haven't come back and said whether or not, but I mean, it should be
Yeah. Vince had a baby. He's not worrying about fantasy football right now.
No.
he's trying
He
to
is
figure
not.
out when he's going to go to sleep. That's what
Yeah.
he's going to figure.
Yeah, he is about to enter the world of not knowing what year it is. So, yeah. But congratulations, Mama and Baby are doing well,
Good.
and everybody's healthy. So, yep. No matter what, he won this week.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
Congratulations to both.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, congrats to all the winners. Good luck to all the losers. And I wish you nothing but unluckiness in the playoffs. So, see. All right. In this week's Treasure Hunter, and no shock here, Jose wins Treasure Hunter with pickup of Dallas. Solid pickup against Washington. I don't know how you saw that coming, but no one else did. And for the runner-up, Daniel, with the pickup of Seattle. So, sorry, Daniel, didn't make it, but still Seattle scored 33 points. Seems like they're getting a little bit of in a rhythm towards the end of the season with Russell Wilson back and all the gears moving along. So, I think those players might be a little bit dangerous going into the fantasy football playoffs.
Yep. Lost to Jose twice this week.
Well, it's hard to beat the man that holds first pick on the waivers. So
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah. You said it, I didn't. All right. Well, with that being said, this week both me and Daniel went 4-1 in the pickup, and Ollie, you picked up the rear with 2 and 3. Now we don't have a lot of battles, but let's see who beats who, and let's pick the Week 15 playoffs, and let's pick them. Literally.
All
two.
right. Well, 2 matchups. First matchup, I think, is going to be the matchup of the week. 3 Sheets versus Lead Balls. What do you think? Stacking balls here against each other.
I honestly don't know who I would want to rather play, to be completely honest.
Guys, I got to go Lead Balls here. I mean, I think Josh Allen comes back. They're on a roll. I think losing DeAndre Hopkins could be an issue, but, I mean, you got Devontae Adams. He's on a roll. Williams, I mean, the running game for Denver has just been insane. Then again, they did play Detroit. But Dalvin Cook, the guy's a beast. If you watch that Thursday night game, it was just insane watching him play with 2 injuries. So I got to go with Lead Balls on this one. I think that he's going to continue his role and score north of 200 points, making it difficult for Mario to overcome.
I agree. And if Hopkins doesn't play, he's got Keenan Allen to fill that spot. And so
Who just came back of COVID reserve. Yeah.
that's right.
Exactly.
So I think it's going to be a close one. Mario has a tendency to pull these games out, but I'm going with Uncle Rob on this one. I think he's going to take that win.
So I'm going to point something out. All three of us are going for Lead Balls, and usually in these matters, this is where he wins. So I'd like it penciled in that 3 Sheets could just pull this one out.
Yeah.
Because we all pick Lead Balls. I'm scared to play Mario. I'm scared to play your uncle. This is the point of the season where you start seeing the best teams playing at their best. So this is where I get my gray hair from.
260 points. BS. All right, in the next matchup, we have Stonewall Your Face versus Mixon's Brigade. Ooh.
Two
So
shitty teams going at it. So yeah, talk about
I really want you to make it to the next stage
it. Just
of
because you want to
playoff
play me again.
because I want to play you again next week, and yeah, it'd be nice. That's usually how it starts. So, I need my stepping stone where he's supposed to be. So I stick with Stonewall Your Face because I need my stepping stone.
I mean, I'm picking myself too, but I mean, I'm if I had to play anyone in the playoffs first, I guess it would be Mixon, or maybe not. I mean, this just makes a worse draft pick if I don't win the championship. But I mean, Mixon. I mean, I think his team is beat up just like mine. You got Dak Prescott, which it's hit or miss with that guy every week. I mean, he went up against Washington, and even though they won, he scored 14 points. You got DJ Metcalf that even though he's a lead receiver and Seattle scored 33 points, he caught 4 receptions for 43 yards. So I don't think he's going to be solid. You got James Robinson, who apparently, I don't know, slept with the coach's wife because the coach keeps just benching him for no apparent reason. No one can figure out why. So I wouldn't be surprised if something happened there. So I mean, his team is just as beat up as mine. I went and I basically removed half my starters and put half of my team as new people to try to just shake it up a bit. So good luck, Mixon, but I'm going to choose myself, obviously.
Ooh, I am going with Stonewall as well. I think that you are making some gambles, but I think you have better matchups this week.
And the better team
And
overall.
the better team. Yep,
Yeah.
I agree. Just the better out. Sorry, Alan. You are always a challenge, and you did better than me this year. But I'm going with. I really like the to pick up with, except to replace Mahomes. I have Mahomes in another league, and I've benched him for Carson Wentz, and as much as it pains me to say that, it was the right decision this year.
It hurts.
It
hurts.
It's brutal, yeah, for sure. But
yep.
A little more personal. I think you've been tagging Mahomes for the last few years, so to have your tag do this, I had the same thing happen to me with Cam Newton, and
yeah, it just
there's
comes
a
to
downfall.
time, right? Just comes to time. I mean, it's not Mahomes. I don't think it's Mahomes. It's just he doesn't have the right offensive line this year. He doesn't have the right receivers for sure. And I mean, it's just maybe next year we'll see how he does. But I think he's going to continue to be great. It's just not the right season for him. And I mean, come on,
sounds
for
like
3
a
years
breakup. It sounds like you're breaking up with them. It's not you. It's me.
It's me.
It's not you. It's me. Yeah.
Him and Andy Reid need to get together this offseason and figure out a way to conquer the too high safety quarters defenses that have been coming at him this year, because that's really what's been making a difference. So
yeah.
With that said, I am sorry to say, guys, that even though I'm in the playoffs and I'm one of the 2 games, I will not be able to join the podcast next week. I'm going to be out of the country traveling, and I may not even have access to right internet or a phone line to call in. So, if anything, maybe I can, John, leave you a message you can put on the podcast. But yeah, sadly, I'm not going to be here to chat about and talk about this week or next week's game. So I apologize in advance to you guys.
Well, it will be sad. Exactly. It will be sad not to have you, but I think we'll hold down the fort.
Sounds good.
So thanks for joining us today. Write in those questions to the show. We're here to help you with those championship runs. ffwc23@gmail.com or @war_ on Twitter. Tune in next week to see who takes the step forward and who stays put. Who will be our Bronze Star? Who will be that Purple Heart? And who will be our Manager MIA? Thanks for marching with us, and as always,
stay vigilant, soldiers.